What's going on, guys? It's your boy Horizon here. Today we're going to be talking about the times Activision has lied, how many times they've cooked us on our timelines, how many times they have absolutely lied to our face, spat on the name Call of Duty. This is just a refresher, a retrospective, if you will, horrid. A chord. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. It sounded cool in my head, but it just didn't translate on that. Activision has been accused of misleading or lying to players, newsflash, on multiple occasions, but we're talking about Warzone and Warzone retrospective right now. Everything leading up to Warzone, everything that made Warzone great, everything that pretty much was associated with Warzone all the way back to Modern Warfare 2019, right? 5 years. Oh my God. 5-6 years. Are you serious? Wow. That's long. That's a long time. Anyways, Activision has been accused of misleading or lying to players on multiple occasions, often related to monetization, matchmaking, or game mechanics in the Call of Duty franchise. Here are some very notable examples where players have felt deceived or misled. We can go all the way back to the OG one. FU Last Stand, but that was like a forced thing. They wanted it, but it wasn't cleared. We're not going to count that one. Skill-based matchmaking. Skill-based matchmaking denials. Let's get it right. For years, Activision and developers claimed SBMM wasn't aggressively used in casual plays despite overwhelming community evidence and suggesting otherwise. Now here's the lie. They downplayed and outright denied skill-based matchmaking's presence or influence, while data miners and testing by players showed it was affecting lobby quality, lobby retention, and where you basically get matchmake. You were matchmaking across the United States to find a lobby, which is insane. It should just be your priority, proximity and priority-based matchmaking in a casual playlist. So why isn't it that? Now, why does this matter? It impacts how people enjoy the game, especially higher skill players who have donated their time to being consistently good at the game, who constantly get sweaty lobbies, while Activision stayed very vague to avoid the backlash. They wanted to avoid the criticism. They took their ball and went home. They're like, I mean, it is what it is. They wanted to make the player experience so good for people who are bad at the game. The game rewarded you for being bad. What's the point of playing a Call of Duty if you're just going to be, mediocre? It is what it is. I have so many videos just on skill-based matchmaking alone. I'm just getting angry thinking about it. Let's move over to the next lie, right? The biggest one that they have. Microtransactions and post-launch monetization. We can see this with Black Ops 6. We can see this all the way back with Modern Warfare 2019. Let's you know what happened? So before Black Ops 4 launch, Activision promised a fair progression system. After launch, aftermarket content, they added a convoluted system filled with pay-to-win stuff, mechanics, powerful weapons, double XP weapons, all behind supply drops and everything. Right when the supply drop loot box thing was at like its craziest high, right? You literally what is the one gun? There was specifically a couple guns in Black Ops 4 that were absolutely insane. It's been so long since I sat down and played Black Ops 4. But essentially, it was left up to luck if you're going to get them. The Locust, the craziest sniper from Black Ops 3. The game before was in Black Ops 4 behind a paywall, essentially. It was insane. They did give you a way to earn the supply drops, but it was just like Black Ops 3. They ran into the same issue as well. The lie, though. Here's the lie with that. They marketed the game with one model and then switched to another one once reviews were in and the game had sold well. Now, Black Ops 4 did sell pretty well, although it was viewed very, very poor because not only were the maps trash, the multiplayer experience was kind of all right at its core value, but the monetization and post-launch content, horrid. A few of those zombies maps, absolutely horrid. Aside from 9, I absolutely love 9, but they're all bad. Really, really bad. Now, why does this even matter? Well, it felt like the bait and switch. It was a bait and switch. For me, it was. To the community, it felt like a bait and switch, especially when DLC weapons were nearly impossible to get without spending any fucking money, until they dropped the other contract where if you spend $20 on COD points, you can get whatever you want. You can just pick the weapon you want for $20. You can just pick whatever weapon you want. Wow. Absolutely insane. And it carried on to the next game. It literally did. They had bundles. We'll get into the bundles. We'll get into the bundles and no supply drop thing. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019, no supply drop promise, right? Now, it was in the game by Nero Cinema. He was just playing, and all of a sudden, he got this little thing in the beta that said supply drop unlocked. It was a huge issue at the time. It was super big. It was everywhere on my feed. It was like, all right. Activision heavily advertised that Modern Warfare 2019 would not have loot boxes. Now, the lie. Technically, there were no loot boxes, but they introduced bundles into the store that sold skins, blueprints, and content that many believe would have been in loot boxes anyways. Only now it was more expensive and not earnable through gameplay. They just completely just made it worse. The supply drop system, okay, there was a way to get them for free. There was a way to get these cool skins for free. There was a way to get these weapons for free. Newsflash, they release bundles. Boom. Now nothing's free. You can't even earn them. You gotta buy them. It got worse. Now, why does it matter? They bent the truth to avoid backlash about loot boxes, but monetize even harder through a different method. Absolutely insane. Let's move to one that hits me real close. Warzone weapon balancing, stealth nerfs, and stealth buffs. What happened? Some weapons have been quietly nerfed or buffed without being mentioned in patch notes. Okay. Players rely on official patch notes to understand balance changes. By omitting these changes, it creates distrust and the perception that Activision manipulates the meta behind the scenes, sometimes to push new bundles and blueprints. And there's a couple situations where that happened in Vanguard. Now, why does this matter? This makes it seem like they're nudging players to buy new content under the guise of it being a meta. We've seen this. We've seen this with the skins. We saw this with the Rose skin. We saw this with the T800 skin recently in Black Ops 6. We saw this with that tree skin in Modern Warfare 3. We saw this with that stupid all black skin from Modern Warfare. Come on. Absolutely insane. All right. I got a few more points here. And this is just within the recent 5-6 years, guys. This is insane. Free content that requires the battle pass. My favorite one. What happened? All right. Well, Activision frequently markets certain operators, weapons, or cosmetics as free, but they're locked behind tiers in a battle pass that requires significant grind or direct purchase of their tier skips. What is the lie, though? Saying content is free when it's technically gated behind timed or paid purchase battle passes, premium battle passes. That's whack, bro. Now, why does that even matter? It's misleading to players. They already assume they can access the content without grinding for hours or spending any money. It's misleading. Much like the weapon balancing thing with the nerfs where you can get new content and automatically get the new meta. It's a wash. Come on. It's clear cut as day. But that one's nitpicking. Here's the other one. The one that I actually have a problem with more than any of the last two. False advertising and store bundles. Some Warzone and Modern Warfare skins or blueprints were advertised with tracers, effects, specific scopes that didn't function properly or at all once purchased, right? Activision marketed these bundles with specific visuals and functionality, but did not deliver on them. Now, why does it matter? It's because people spent real money based on advertised features that weren't accurate or working as shown. Or we get a nerf on the skin later on down the road and it just completely changes the way it looks. It's like, what did I spend my money on? You're giving me something I spent my money on, but then the thing doesn't actually work, doesn't actually look the way it's supposed to look, doesn't actually, I'm not getting what I'm actually trying to buy. You just gave me a subpar version of what I thought I was getting, and there's no refund system either to add to it, so it makes it absolutely more damning, right? It's just a rug pull at the end of the day. That's why I stopped buying store bundles. The only store bundles I truly buy now, either one, the Battle Pass, or the CDL teams, because I know they get a portion of it, right? And I'm in support of my CDL teams. Let's go Boston Breach, you know what I'm saying? If there's any more with the SBMM patents and the microtransactions in Warzone, if I'm missing a few, let me know. I know the patent thing I am missing. I don't really want to boil that one down. That's such a huge video to even come about. That's probably going to be like a 20-minute video once I get around to making it. But guys, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Thank you for listening, watching, and subscribing. I'll see you all in the next one, and I am out of here.